I'm Nick, and today I want to really dig into the importance of actually believing and the placebo effect that self-image has. You see, placebo is more used as a medical term, meaning a tablet or a way of doing some kind of rehab that involves using something that tricks your brain into thinking has actual medication and an actual chemical that changes and improves yourself, while in fact it's actually your brain believing that, and then it itself releases the chemicals or hormones that the pill is described as having. And the thing is that those placebos actually work. That is sometimes a real medication, especially with people who trick themselves into thinking that they've got some kind of ailment. Just having a placebo and tricking their minds into thinking this is actually going to work makes their mind release those chemicals, because naturally you're actually able to do that. That's how you're able to repair and recover from sicknesses so easily as a human. But this goes further than just applications in medication. Believing that something will happen and then it actually comes true is something that occurs a lot in real life, especially in people's personal lives. If you've ever encountered something that was described as being hard, then your brain starts making excuses as to why it can be perceived that way. If you get asked a question that is preceded by some kind of negative connotation about the thing you're talking about, or a little known fact, then that's going to be rolling around in your head and it's going to come true in your answer to whatever the question was asked. In fact, I've already mentioned its relation to deadlines and how the longer you set a deadline to be, that means that most likely the majority of work is going to come at the end, or in fact only be finished by the absolute last second, instead of being done quickly and easily at the start and then giving yourself more room, like some people advise. Having an actual short deadline to start off with saves you from all those hassles. And this has also got a lot to do with your self-image. Not only does it happen in the physical world, but the placebo effect relies on how you think about yourself as well, in a similar way to how you think something will be hard and then it actually being hard. If you think of yourself as being bad or not good enough at something, then most likely your brain is going to make excuses as to why you're bad or why you're struggling with a certain thing. And so it actually goes deeper, and the fact that you're able to move your body is because your brain believes that it can. And it's actually seen in a study just with jumping insects. If you put some jumping insects in a box and cover the top, then by the time the top is removed, then they've believed that there is no possible way that any amount of jumping will get them out, and so they will never actually break through that barrier of thought and be able to easily jump out of the box. Which goes the same for you thinking about your focus on a certain thing. If you truly believe that you can't sit down and be productive, then you'll never be able to sit down and be productive, because as soon as your brain gets close, it reminds yourself that no, it's not a possibility. And so, like I've mentioned before, building up your self-image with your visualizations and thinking about where you want to be in the future, and thinking about you actually taking the steps to get to that point and how you'd fight those bad habits and all of those things just with visualizing it, means that when the time does come for it to happen, your brain already thinks that it knows what it's going to do, even if the task has never been done before. And so the next time you're honestly doubting yourself, that is just a placebo of you thinking and trusting your subconscious mind that something isn't possible. Most of the time, you are actually capable of what you wish you were. But that's it for today. However, if you're still interested in learning more about any productivity tips or tricks, I've now started one-on-one coaching, which you can book a call for using the first link in the description below. Until then, I'll see you later.